Well, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? So, listen, on Saturday, I had the most amazing experience. You've heard me talk about this a while. I've had, of course, my friend Stephanie has been on from the St. Martin Red Cross a number of times, and you've heard me talk about how much my dad always had maintained his Red Cross basic first aid certification because he was a high school baseball, football, basketball coach for all these years, and was something that was always on my bucket list to do. So finally, on Saturday, I spent the whole day at the Red Cross. Thank you, Stephanie. That was a amazing, amazing. Thank you for twisting my arm and getting me to do it.
We thank you for coming. We were more than happy to have you there. First of all, good morning,
Good,
radio listeners.
good morning.
My name is Stephanie Ward, and I'm the Growth and Relationship Manager at Red Cross. And it is my job to make everyone safe. So I want everyone on St. Martin to be trained in first aid and CPR. And we're going to be doing that through the end of the year on Saturdays. So you can get that information off of our website and also off of our Facebook. But please, everyone should be trained. And I tell you, Dr. Salt was the perfect, perfect
I didn't cause too much
student.
trouble.
He was a perfect student.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Now we're gonna ask. Bradley is here. Bradley, what's your last name, Bradley?
Atiel. My last name is Bradley Atiel.
Bradley, nice to meet you.
Same here. Same. Good morning, radio listeners.
And good morning. And you were my instructor. I didn't cause too much trouble, did I?
No, you didn't. You were, like Stephanie just said, you were the perfect student, and you adapted very much the way I expected for you to adapt.
I have to tell you, it was something. Let me introduce one of my classmates, Marlene Mingo. Welcome. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, listeners, and good morning.
Good
Thank you for
morning.
having me here.
Thank you for coming in. So I don't. How did you feel going? I was nervous as hell. Go when I pulled in. I was like, oh, should I really do? I was nervous walking into the building.
I was nervous too, and I was like, am I going to get this all in one day?
Well, yeah, I'm like, because there's so much information that you get in the course of a day, but the thing that was so interesting to me, it was very hands-on. We practiced
Yeah.
over and over and over, so that it became. By the time we got to like the end of the day, it was ingrained. At least,
Yes, and it became like a sort of a routine.
yeah. And so, let me ask you, if you were confronted with an emergency where somebody needed CPR now, basic life support, um, do you think you could do it?
Yes, I do.
Me too. Me too. And I think the adrenaline would kick in, but would become less um, emotional and more. This is what you have to follow. Follow the steps that you've been trained to do.
That's correct.
Yeah, and we talked about using Bradley. Tell us we learned how to do CPR without the AED. What's an AED?
AED stands for the automatic external defibrillator. It's like I would say, like that machine is used for a shock,
Right.
to help restart the heart. So
Restore normal rhythms.
yes, in that way. So
And I was a little so you see them in the airports, you see them in public places all over the world now, and they've always been I've been intimidated by them. I don't know if you felt the same way. I was like, ooh, that like technology,
Yes, when the AED got involved, I was like, oh my,
yeah.
do I have to do this too?
But it really is. It's simple to use the ones that they have,
Today.
in,
Yeah.
for the public to use. It really was not complicated.
Well, I think also the way how they explain it with the steps and where everything has to be and the positioning. Once you follow that, I think the drill becomes easy, I think,
Yeah,
easier.
yeah.
Yeah, it's come a long way. It's come a long way, the AEDs, because now it, like she said, it speaks to you. It tells you where to put it. It tells you when to hit it.
Yeah, and
Before
push
you had to know.
push this button.
Yeah.
Don't touch the patient. I mean, it actually talks to
It
you,
talks to you. Yes.
and
Yes.
that makes it a little more friendly, a little less scary
Yes.
for as a student, to the point where when after it was all over, because I think we learned how to do basic CPR, basic life support, CPR first, and then we did we did choking, then basic life support, then we moved on to some other things,
Someone's unresponsive with breathing. Yes.
right? And then we came back to implementing the AED,
Mhm.
and so by the time the first part of giving basic life support is very similar, whether you have the AED or not. So it really was just yet another opportunity to practice over and over and over again. So by the time we finished, I don't know, I felt pretty comfortable.
I
I
agree with you.
I hope, please God, we never have to use those skills, but I'm glad we have them. I'm glad we have them. Are you had members of your office am I correct?
Yes, correct. Yes, and I am very adamant of having the whole office come and follow the Red Cross training.
I think that's a great move.
Yeah.
It's a great move. I know our midday guy, Mr. S, was trained in the U.S., which is a little different than the different standard. Here we follow the European standard.
Yes.
It's in the U.S. the slightly different standard, but the basics
Similar
from
the same, but
Yeah.
it's different.
and I don't know whether our afternoon guy has been trained or not, but I'm going to ask him, and if he would like to do it, Island 92 will pay for him to go get trained, because I think it's important. I
Yes.
think it's important. The more of us that know, the more of us that can help. And listen, it's not always just basic life support or CPR. It could be choking. It could be
Cuts.
cuts and bruises and how to bandage a
Right.
sprained ankle. And I think I was I was the demo.
Yes.
I had flip flops on it, so I got my ankle bandaged and my calf bandaged, but we the fact that we got to practice those things,
Yeah.
I think made it feel less.
I think it's also important because remember, you have family, your surroundings, and we're always outside here in the Caribbean on St. Martin.
Mm.
So I think it's very important to know that if something happens, that at least you can help as a first responder.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I think it's good that for Red Cross, we do hands on. So I always tell people when they ask, what can I expect? It's not sitting at a desk, going through a book, taking tests, none of that. The whole class
You're absolutely right.
is
there was
hands on.
I took not one. I started in the beginning when they'd put something up on the screen, and I started to take pictures with my phone of stuff, and then I realized, I'm like, stop, just stop, because there's a method to the madness of the way that the training is going. I don't need the handouts. I don't need the pictures. I don't need that stuff, because we're going to practice this over and over and over again.
for 8
It was
hours.
very practical, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Stephanie just said. It is practical. We don't, and to write an exam and to no. It's you come in. We do what you introduce what we're gonna do throughout the day, and then we make you get comfortable. I know normally start my class with like something called break the ice, like I did with you guys, and then we get each other comfortable because by the end of the day, you come as strangers. At the end of the day, you become friends. That's how.
Oh, hands down, hands down,
Yeah, so
hands
that's
down.
the end goal.
And I think everybody felt the same way.
Yeah.
And when I looked across that class, we all felt like we had a bond,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
and that's a pretty special thing. So your office is going to do it. How many in your office?
About 10.
About 10. There are 3 of us here at Island ID, so that's at least 13.
13.
Yes.
13 that
Nice.
we've got
Yes.
that will get everybody certified and ready to roll. I know, Stephanie, you're coming to Rotary Club of St. Martin on Wednesday
That's correct.
to our lunch meeting to talk. And I hope you get to meet a lot of other business owners and professionals
Mhm.
who all work in various businesses around the island. I hope you make some good contacts, because the more that we do this, the more people we have trained, the better we are.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to that because, as I mentioned, one of the things that I do for Red Cross, I like going out to the restaurants and to the businesses because if you have a restaurant, it's good to have your employees trained. So if they have to help their coworker or if they have to help a patron that's there, especially the choking piece, I mean, you get to do that. If you learn that, then you can help on your job. People with businesses, I think their employees should be trained. So again, our job between now and the end of the year is to get our president would say 90%, I say 100% of St. Martin
Trained.
trained
Yeah.
in
Hey, let's,
first aid and
that's just brilliant.
CPR.
Brilliant. So, Bradley, as a first responder, which of your skills have you had to use in the real world? I mean, like, what should we expect? I mean, what's the likelihood of everything that we learned in class? What do you think we'll use the most in the real world? How do you implement your skills?
All depends on for me, it all depends on the situation. So, what I've used so far from in my 2 years, not CPR for sure, and I hope I don't have to reach that point. But if the time arises, then I will know what it. But so far, cuts, lacerations, uh, broken hand,
Mm-hmm.
broken hand, um, I should say fainting. Somebody went unconscious. So
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that majority of it. Yeah.
So unconscious, but
Breathing.
breathing.
Yes.
So non-responsive, but breathing.
Correct is right. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am.
And
Yeah,
basically cuts, and because it's all depend on the situation. So for
sure.
example, carnival is a big,
Cuts,
yeah,
bruises.
intoxication, and so you get the whole 9 yards in there.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I'm sure Heineken Regatta is the same too.
same. Same.
I see you guys at Heineken Regatta every year.
Every year. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah. So that same thing. So it depends on the situation. So
Mm.
it is. So for example, sports. You know for sprint. So if you know the, how you say it, the situation, you go. So for example, if I go to a sport, I know I will expect cuts and sprains and all of those. If you go to something like a concert, you expect, if there's drinking, of course, intoxication, and so you already get that on Saturday. But I mean, that's from my
Right.
perspective. Yes. You
Um,
guys, you most likely, you get some cuts. Somebody got a severe bleeding. So you'll more enter that
yeah.
than.
Do you come across a lot of choking and having to do that kind of stuff?
No, I haven't been across one, but there was one at Heineken Regatta last year, but I did not respond to that with somebody else. Yes.
Yeah, it's funny because I would think that might be one of the more common things that we see, but now that I think about it, really no.
No.
Yeah.
Because we eat properly, we take our time to eat. So yeah.
We that island. We love our food.
Yeah.
We love our food.
I'm one of those. I love my food.
Oh, yeah, I know that feeling. I want to I want to thank everybody for coming in. I think this was a great way to let people know about the St. Martin Red Cross. If folks would like to get trained, Stephanie, how do they? Number one, how do they reach you? Number two, when is the next training, and when can they get involved?
Okay, our first aid and CPR training schedule, it's in the Daily Herald on
Oh.
Fridays, and also coming up September the 13th we have a class, September 27th, October 11th, and October 25th, November the 8th, and November 22nd, and December the 13th. And classes are from 9 to 5. We supply coffee, tea, and snacks.
Yes, they
And
do. Yes.
And then in the middle of the day, of course, we give you an hour break to go and have your lunch and then come back. So all the classes, again, like I said, are hands-on, and it's from 9 to 5. And the admission fee is just a small fee of $150. which is well worth what you get. Like they said, you go over a lot of things. You go over the CPR, you go over the AED, you go over cuts, you go over burns, you go over bruises, and also wrapping. So those things will happen, and then I'll let I don't have my glasses on. I'm gonna let my coworker give you the web address and the Facebook address and the telephone number you can call. And also, he will tell you one more important thing that he takes a big part in
Yeah.
with Red Cross.
So
Okay.
if you want to register or find out more information, you could go on the Facebook page of Red Cross St. Martin, or you could call number 585-1015. That's 585-1015. The email address is stmartinredcross@gmail.com. And the website is www.stmartinredcross.com.
Perfect.
And another aspect of it is where I Stephanie just said I play a big role is becoming a volunteer. So if you want to become a volunteer for Red Cross St. Martin, you could visit the same website, the same numbers, and then we work from there. So
Brilliant.
Yes, and we're in need of lots of volunteers, as Dr. Salt mentioned. Wherever you go, any activity you go on the island, you will see Red Cross there. So we participate and we support all activities around the island, concerts, carnival, regatta. So we are constantly looking for volunteers. So please, if anybody's interested, and also the volunteers are trained in first aid and CPR.
Brilliant. I have to tell you, I'm proud to have met everyone in the room.
nice.
I am proud that I have done this course. I've made some new friends and definitely acquired some new skills. So bravo, thank you, and we look forward to you talking to Rotary Club of St. Martin on Wednesday. Any Rotarians that would like to join us, Rotary Club of St. Martin, our lunch meeting on Wednesdays at 12:30. We'd love to have you. And you'll learn more about St. Martin Red Cross. And we're going to make some new radio commercials, too, for you guys, too. That's all in the works.
That's
Oh,
correct. We
nice.
are
Yeah.
working on that.
We're going to I'm thinking, Bradley, I need to steal you one other time. I want to steal you when you have a little time. I need like 20 minutes of your time. I want to use your voice for something.
No problem. Just
Okay.
let me know when.
Okay, we'll make it all work.
Yes.
We'll make it all work. Marlene Mingo, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you for encouraging your office team to do this. And it was my pleasure to meet you outside of your office. And Bradley, thank you. Stephanie,
welcome.
thank you. And
Thank you.
we'll let everybody get off to a busy day ahead. It is 7:27 right here in the Northeast Caribbean. Stay with us. More fresh air in the morning is on the way.